This is my continuation on the planets and numbers and letters that are associated with the first letter of somebody's first name. And those are the people that come into our life, the characters, the family, the mother, the father, the sisters, the brothers, the aunt, etc. So we're talking about the first letter of the first name introduces people into our life at birth and thereafter. And the identification of the first letter of the first name is the start of somebody's introduction with people. Now, if we take the letter P, it's a Neptune letter. And because it's Neptune, it's associated with the moon, which is called 2-7. The moon is late June through July or Cancer, as well as February or Aquarius. Like I said, February Aquarius affects the Sun, the Moon, and Saturn. The letters involved here are G, P, or Y, and of course, G or P could be a first, middle, or last name. The Y might be something that might be in the name, but it's what I call an indicator. So that would be the interesting part. Also, to add another thing to this, Neptune is also related to the water, the moon. So it could also involve people born on the 2nd, 11th, 20th, or 29th day of any month. I should have added that, but it starts getting complicated. The Q letter is a Saturn letter, and that's affected by January or Capricorn and also February or Aquarius, because like I said, Saturn and the moon are affected by February or Aquarius. Now, also people born on the 8th, 17th, or 26th day of any month. And Saturn has to do with the H letter, the Q, and the Z. And sometimes Q or Z's could be something in a name. And as you know, not every name has it, just some. But that's why we call it an indicator. So the Saturn is H, Q, or Z. And people born on the 8th, 17th, or 26th of any month, January or Capricorn, and February or Aquarius. Now, the R letter is a Mars letter. It relates to Aries and Scorpio, and those born on the 9th, 18th, or 27th day of any month. The S letter is a Sun letter, and as I said before, the Sun is associated with Uranus, so it's written 1-4. It involves people born on the 1st, the 10th, the 19th, or 28th day of any month, and particularly August or Leo, which is the first house of the Sun. And again, it's February or Aquarius. That's one of the 3 places that Aquarius is involved. Now, because it's associated with Uranus, it can also involve people born on the 4th, 13th, 22nd, or 31st day of any month. That's there's 2 planets that are associated with other planets. One is the Moon and Neptune, and another is Sun and Uranus. Now, the T is a Moon letter, and it involves people born on the 2nd, 11th, 20th, or 29th, and people with a BK or T initial. July or Cancer people, and again, it's because it's the moon, it's associated with Neptune, and that could be people born on the 7th, 16th, or 25th day of any month. So I repeat, the 7th, 16th, or 25th day of any month, and people with a P or a G initial or a Y any place in their name. Now, the U is a Jupiter letter, and that would relate to people born on the 3rd, 12th, 21st, or 30th of any month, and particularly Sagittarius and Pisces, and people with a C or an L initial and a U any place in the name. Sometimes those odd letters are just what I call an indicator. It doesn't, have to be the first letter, but it would be prominently enough in the name to be recognizable. So these are letters P through U, and I gave you the planets, the letters associated, the days, and the signs. And usually one or more of these factors would really indicate people who come into people's lives. And what happens is all your life, people will come and go with one or more of these tendencies, because that's the first letter, the thrust letter. Names are very interesting. I went over hinge letters with names. I went over how many letters in somebody's name, if you go through the whole name, is skills that they have or natural abilities that they're not even aware of because it's so natural for them, etc. And this is another one. The first letter of the first name thrusts people into your life.